Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you 10 different online marketing strategies you can do without investing money and doing ads or any of that kind of stuff that will require you to pay money. So the first way is through a website called empire.cred. This is a website that has been around a long time. It used to be known as Empire Avenue, and it's a way for you to get traffic to your YouTube channel, to your blog, to your social media channels, whatever. And you can do it for free because what you do is you can play kind of this game where it's kind of like the stock market. If you sign up at empire.cred for free, you can start kind of investing in other social media users. So instead of stocks and rising stock value, it's kind of rising popularity value among social media users. So you can see like my share price is at $241.70 Eves, and basically that just means that's what my stock price is based on my social media popularity and things like that. And it'll tell you whether it's going up or down and what it's been doing over the course of a few months to a few years or whatever. And then you can invest in other people and you can increase that value, or you can do missions for people. If you go to missions up here in the top left, you can do missions, you earn Eves, which are the points that you earn, and then you can use those points to run your own mission. So let's say you do some of these missions, they'll tell you how much they pay. You can basically just visit a web page or visit a tweet or visit a YouTube video or something like that. And if you think it's cool, it's up to you whether you share it or comment or something. And then when you go to dashboard on the feed on the mission section, you can run a mission. So you can see that I did one recently with a budget of 1.2 million Eves, and I paid out quite a few for each time that person visited a video or something. And I did that for the marketing channel. So you can create these missions and you will get free traffic. Of course, the types of content that do best with this, you'll have to experiment with. So if you do stuff related to marketing and business and stuff, that'll probably do a little bit better than something that's just more entertainment based. But a lot of times entertainment based can do very well too, because these people are all just trying to earn Eves so that they can run missions and everybody can grow their social media presence over time. So it's a free way to earn by sharing and to then in return get people to share your stuff. Another website that's kind of like this is called Viral Content B. And when you go to viralcontentb.com, you can sign in. And once you do, it'll look something like this. So you see all these different blog posts for the most part that you will see on here. I've actually successfully done this with YouTube videos as well, so you can do that. But you create these projects. It's pretty similar to empire.cred. And you have all these different platforms that you can basically sync with your account: Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Tumblr, all that stuff. And you can share these different posts with those different platforms. So like I have Twitter hooked up on here still, and you can share it to your Twitter and you earn so many credits every time you do that. Or like Pinterest, some of them will have different amounts that you earn based on which one you share it to. And then when you do a project, you can basically set it to which ones you want it to share with, and then you can set how much you're willing to pay out. It'll go to the link. And so like when you click these, it'll go straight to the video or the blog post that you do, and then you can also add credits to it over time. So this is another way that you can go to the dashboard, you can share other people's content, you can sort it by different types of categories, and then you can basically just share stuff to your social media profiles, earn credits, and then use those credits to run projects where they will share your stuff. So it's a great way for new up and coming YouTube channels and blogs and stuff to get the ball rolling. So you see a lot of different categories here on the left side. They cover pretty much every major content category. Next, you have basic keyword research. So what you want to do is go for low competition, especially if you are new, but pretty much in any scenario, low competition is what you want to go for. You want to go as many average monthly searches as possible for that low competition. And by the way, I'm using the Google Keyword Planner tool for free using a Google AdWords account, which is their ad platform. So if you ever wanted to run ads with Google in the future, you'd use the same account. But for instance, I just typed in internet marketing up here in the top left. And when you do that, you can see that there are a bunch of different results here. And it will tell you page bid value. So like how much are advertisers paying to bid on these types of keywords. Obviously, internet marketing is a very expensive keyword to bid on. But some of these are not as competitive as you might think. Like you might even do some content on certain internet marketers' names, like Frank Kern. Maybe you could do a few Frank Kern quotes on internet marketing or something. Or you could do, online marketing companies or online marketing business ideas or something that's a little bit lower competition. When it says medium or high, there's a very low likelihood that you're going to be able to rank for those. So if you want to rank in search results, try to go for low competition and higher average monthly searches in these areas. And you might even want to go for lower page bids if you're brand new at this, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of ads above the organic search results in Google. And you can also use YouTube. So they will have something like, let's say I did internet marketing. They will autofill the search queries right here. So internet marketing course for small businesses, for beginners, strategies, things like that. So then you could even just go through like each letter on your keyboard and go through a lot of different search results. So let's say I did for beginners. Then it'll give you more results. So the longer the keyword phrase you can rank for, the less competition you'll usually have, and the more likely you will be to rank that and get traffic over time. So use the autofill feature on YouTube and Google, and then use the Google Keyword Planner as well. And those are some free ways that you can do your keyword research. Another thing you want to do is promote your profiles on multiple sites. So I always try to recommend people, if you're creating a new brand, you want to have the same brand name or the same username on pretty much every platform that you can. So for instance, Mr. Justin Bryant is my handle on Twitter. It's also my Facebook page. It's also my Instagram account. It's also my Pinterest account. So I have that across pretty much all my major social media accounts, because it makes it easier for people to find me, and it makes it easier to promote. You'll notice that I'll use like a thing up here, like my cover photo on my social profiles will look usually something like this. I'll have the logo of different social platforms I'm on, and all of those are at Mr. Justin Bryant. So you can pretty easily find those. You can also do other things as well. Like you can put your link to your website in your Twitter bio. You can do the @ symbol to your different brands. Maybe you own a few websites or something, or you can do a mention of your other profiles in your short bio for whatever social platform you're on. You can also promote videos in playlists. Like let's say you had multiple video channels, or you just had a bunch of different videos that you wanted to kind of group together. You could create playlists. You could promote your brand on your home page for your YouTube channel. So you see my website, you see my social profiles, very easy to find on these playlists. If I want to promote my marketing channel on my main YouTube channel, I can promote them on a playlist here that's related to marketing. And you can see that I've done that on the YouTube marketing tips playlist, on the email marketing playlist, and pretty much any playlist that has to do with internet marketing. I have a content marketing one where I have multiple channel videos that I have in the playlist. So that's another way that you can promote them using just your own profiles. You can even use your blog. You'll notice that at the bottom of my blog, I have a section where you can connect with me by going to these different profiles. Obviously, Google Plus is no longer around. I need to remove that, but the other ones are still in effect. If you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, on Pinterest, on just about any other social platform, that I'm on, you can go right there. So it's very easy to find where I am, and you can even go to videos up here and go to my YouTube channel. So it's one of those things where if you can get the same handle or username on across platforms and then just promote them, like if you're on Instagram, promote your Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, all of that. If you're on Twitter, promote your other ones. Those are some different things that you might want to do. And another example of someone doing this, I noticed this person on Twitter the other day has a pinned tweet with all his different profiles that you can follow. So that's another thing you can do on Twitter. If you don't have enough room in your bio, you can pin a tweet, and that's another place where people can find you there as well. The fifth strategy I wanted to show you is commenting. So commenting and doing high quality comments that actually show that you looked at or watched the content is very valuable in many cases. It can get you noticed by people, and it can really help you out when you're a brand new channel. So for instance, Gary V is a channel that has a bunch of people who usually comment. If you go to Gary V, he does a lot of business related videos and marketing related videos. If you scroll down, you'll notice some of the top upvoted comments. So some of these longer comments will usually mention details from the video or from the brand, and sometimes these will even get favorited. So sometimes Gary V or someone else might go through these comments and favorite the top ones, and so they'll usually have like a little heart next to them. It's not that heart, it's a different one, but and they'll also have more likes than the other ones. So like this one, this just put a short quote. It has 183 likes. It's probably related to the video subject, and it'll just show their profile when the, hundreds of people or maybe a few thousand people go to the comments after watching the video. Some people actually do that. Even I do that sometimes after watching a video, just to be curious about what the fans thought of it. Another thing is on blogs. So that's the second main place you might want to do commenting other than social media and YouTube is blogs. So neilpatel.com is a blog that is about internet marketing. It gets a lot of comments. So one thing he does to encourage comments is he tries to reply to the comments that come within the first few hours of when he posts a new post. So when you do that, you can find a lot of comments on pretty much any blog post that he ever does, because they know there's a chance that the writer, being Neil Patel, will actually see it and reply. So a lot of good comments on here, and then a lot of times you can go to people's websites. It looks like that's not really enabled on this website, but sometimes you can go to the person's website after you see their comment. If you click on their name, it'll go to maybe their own blog or something. You'll also notice that on Twitter, a lot of times people will ask a question, like Gary V usually asks some sort of question, which one's the best by far or something, and then he'll ask like, what's your favorite wine, or he'll ask all sorts of different questions. And this is becoming more and more popular on Twitter because it gets people actually replying to your tweets. And a lot of times he will actually comment on other people's comments and stuff as well. So when you have a good comment, sometimes the person who posted the original question will actually like your tweet or retweet your tweet. And then that gets you a bunch of free traffic from an influencer. So that's another thing you can do. Just use comments, use high quality comments that are thoughtful on social media, YouTube, and blogs. Next, you have hashtags. Hashtags can get you discovered, especially if you post something that's high quality and you're trying to get it seen by a certain amount of people. Now, you don't want to do hashtags that are too broad of an audience, that are too popular, because there's going to be so many that you'll just get lost in the list of the countless posts in that hashtag. And then you don't want to do something that no one will see. So you don't want to do something that's not going to be seen by anybody because it's a very weird hashtag that no one cares about. So hashtags.org can help you do some research on this, and you can see some of the trending hashtags. You can also pay for a plan as well if you want. Of course, you are trying not to spend money, so you can just see some of the trending hashtags by going to these and using your mouse to hover over some of these. And a lot of times it'll have to do with current events or things going on right now, which you can usually research on Twitter. You can look at the latest Twitter news, what's trending on Twitter, maybe what's trending on YouTube and things like that to find some hashtags to use as well. But sometimes it'll have to do with the day of the week. Sometimes it'll have to do with what's going on around the world. Like a lot of stuff has to do with isolation right now, and a lot of stuff that has to do with the pandemic right now. And so you'll see some things about that. And then you'll see other things trending, like, you know, maybe something crazy happened, or there's some news or whatever, or some kind of popular TV show. So you can check out hashtags.org. Another great place to check is Instagram. The reason I like Instagram and checking hashtags there is because they actually tell you how many posts are in that hashtag right now. So if you did hashtag fitness, you'll notice there are 386 million plus posts under hashtag fitness. So that's way too many. You want to go for like a few 100,000 or maybe up to 1 million, probably no more than that. So if you look at, say, fitness challenge, 867,000, that's much better. You'd have much better odds there. Fitness quotes, much better. Fitness memes, that's pretty good. You probably want it to be 6 figures, no more than 1 million posts in a hashtag. So you can use this to research your hashtags for free on Instagram, and you can usually apply these across different platforms because pretty much every major social platform uses hashtags. Another thing you can do is guest posting. There are a bunch of websites that accept guest posts that will get you in front of their audience, and sometimes they'll even pay you for it. So you have a win-win scenario. But a lot of times you have a author box that goes with that, so people can see who wrote the post. And many times they can follow you on social media, or you can even include links to your blog. So medium.com is a great place for this. You can actually use the authority of their website. You can publish on here, and you can publish pretty much as you want because their platform is literally built on having guest writers. So medium.com is a great place here. Just go to write up there in the top right corner, since you are a creator, and then you create a profile, and then you can actually get paid in some cases as well to post different articles on here. And a lot of times they do very well ranking in search results. Then you can also check out other sites. They will pay you for different blog posts in all sorts of different categories. So I've done a bunch of blog posts about these types of sites that pay you different amounts of money. Some of them pay you $100 per post. Some of them pay you $50 or $60. Some of them have paid as much as $500 to $600 for a guest post. So I've covered a lot of these. Here's an example of a blog post I did on this: 12 sites that pay you $100 for a guest post. So a lot of these, they'll pay you for this, and then they will also let you have some sort of author box, as I said, which will have your social profiles in it, or some place where people can find you if they enjoyed your post. Number 8, you can be a part of a lot of different groups. So you probably know about Facebook groups. They've also had a lot of TV ads here in the last few months about promoting Facebook groups. But there's also LinkedIn groups. So if you have stuff related to whatever it has to do with maybe jobs or marketing or business or stuff that's probably best on LinkedIn, then you can join a bunch of groups and you can share your content in these groups, and people can kind of give you tips, and you can discover other people's content, maybe do some collaboration work, and you can kind of help each other in these groups. So join some LinkedIn groups related to these if you want to get some more free traffic. You can also do, say, Pinterest. Pinterest has group boards. So I've been added to some group boards just by kind of being on the internet and growing my brand, and people have discovered me who are also growing their brand. So I get added to these group boards every once in a while, like motivational sayings as an example, where I could post stuff, and a bunch of people that are in this group who have 8,800 followers, which is more than I have on my personal profile, will see these quotes. So then you have exposure to a bigger audience, and people are following these, and they wouldn't have to just discover it accidentally to see the post if they're not already following your personal profile. So look for group boards on Pinterest as well, and look for groups like LinkedIn and Facebook groups related to your content category. Number 9, I know I mentioned you don't have to do ads, but there are certain times when you do want to do ads. For instance, if you don't have to pay for it. So when you create a new Google Ads account, they will actually sometimes give you ad credits, or they will match your ad credits. So this can be a great way to kind of almost get your money back or get a big discount, or sometimes they will literally just give you money to create an account. So Google, what they say, they'll match the amount you spend up to $150. So you do have to spend money for this one. But I have seen some where they will actually like give you credits just to start. So you might look into the major ad platforms of, say, PPC advertising. Look into Google, look into Facebook, look into Bing, look into these different ones and see if they have any kind of free programs where they will give you some sort of free advertising just to get you to try it. And that could be a great way to especially give a boost to your best content. And then you can cut it off before you have to spend any money if you don't want to spend any right now. So again, this is just an example of like a promotion that Google does. There are plenty of other ad platforms that might not even have to, you might not even have to spend any money to get that $20 for free or whatever to start ads. Last but not least is a strategy that can work, but isn't necessarily my favorite for getting followers on social media. So this can kind of be a way to get more followers and to make it look like you have more authority. And it can get some traffic to your content. If your content is really good, these people might follow you back. If you follow people on Instagram, if you follow people on Twitter and these other profiles, usually like 10 to 20% of them will follow you back, especially if they're not like major brands. So if they're just average followers, you can go and follow the followers of similar brands to yours. So your competitors. So if you had an internet marketing blog, you would go follow Neil Patel, or you could go follow me, or you could go follow some other people out there that have an internet marketing platform, and then look at their followers. And then you can follow their individual followers, and then you can expect 10 to 20% of them to follow you back. Then you can use something like tweepy.com to manage your followers. So if they don't follow you back within a certain amount of time, you can unfollow them. Or if you want to search for people and follow them pretty fast without having to go through one at a time on the actual Twitter page or Instagram page, you can do it quickly using something like Tweepy or an Instagram follower manager app of some sort, those types of things. But again, these are people that are not necessarily going to be looking to consume your content because you followed them. That's the only reason they know you exist. They're not going to seek you out necessarily. So you may not have the most engagement on your social media post from these types of followers, but it can help you at least get some sort of traction if you're starting out for free. So again, this can be hit and miss, but it will for sure get you some followers if you really need them. So these are 10 different strategies. Hopefully this was helpful. And I will also have some show notes available soon, hopefully in a blog post format. But these are some of the best free ways that you can get traffic, especially if you're kind of trying to build a brand that's not established yet. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see my next video, and I will see you in the next one.